everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Excited to be here.
Today, we're diving into DeepSeek,
Oh, yeah, this one's really cool.
which is this open source language model that's been making some serious waves in the AI world.
It really is shaking things up.
And you all send in some really interesting research papers and articles on it. So
Yeah, there's some great stuff out there.
we're going to unpack all that today and see what makes DeepSeek tick.
And figure out why everyone's so excited about it.
Exactly.
You know, one of the things that really grabbed my attention with DeepSeek is that it's not just another AI project.
Right.
It's really challenging the big players,
Oh, yeah.
the closed source models, the ones developed by the tech giants.
So it's like the underdog taking on the champs.
Yeah, exactly like that.
I love it. But what's the secret sauce?
Well, one of the key things is its design.
Okay.
DeepSeek uses something called a mixture of experts,
Mixture of experts.
or MOE architecture.
Okay.
Think of it this way. You know how our brains have specialized areas for different tasks?
Right. Different parts of the brain do different things.
Exactly. Well, DeepSeek works in a similar way.
Oh, interesting.
Instead of using all of its processing power for everything, it only activates the specific experts it needs for a particular task.
So it's working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
But all this powerful AI must require some serious hardware to run.
You'd think so, right?
Yeah.
But that's actually what's so cool about DeepSeek.
Okay.
Because of this efficient design, you can run on regular consumer-grade CPUs.
No way. Really?
Yeah. DeepSeek V2, for example, has 236 billion parameters.
Okay, now you're just using big numbers to impress me?
Well, it's true, 236 billion.
All right, I believe you.
But it only activates about 21 billion for each task.
Oh, wow. So it's like it has this massive brain, but only uses a small part of it at a time.
Exactly. And that means more people can actually access and use it.
Right, you don't need a supercomputer.
Exactly.
That's pretty awesome.
It's a game changer for AI accessibility.
For sure. Okay, so let's talk about how it gets so smart in the first place.
The training process.
Yeah, how does DeepSeek actually learn?
Well, training a model of this size is a multi-stage process.
Multi-stage, okay.
First, it's pre-trained on a massive data set.
Like how massive are we talking?
Think 10 times the entire Library of Congress.
Whoa, okay, that is massive.
Yeah, this initial phase exposes the model to a huge amount of information so it can build a strong foundation.
So it's like giving DeepSeek a crash course in, well, everything.
Pretty much. But that's just the beginning.
There's more.
Oh, yeah. After pre-training comes supervised fine-tuning, or SFT.
SFT, got it.
And this is where DeepSeek learns to perform specific tasks.
So like taking a general education and then picking a major...
Exactly. A perfect analogy.
I tried.
Okay, so what comes after SFT?
Well, and there's the most fascinating stage.
Okay, lay it on me.
Reinforcement learning, or RL.
Reinforcement learning. Huh. Sounds like you're just letting the AI loose to learn on its own. Well, it might sound counterintuitive, but that's kind of what's happening.
Really? And that actually works?
It's incredibly effective. Through RL, DeepSeek learns by trial and error, constantly experimenting and improving.
Wow. So it's not just following instructions, it's actually learning how to solve problems on its own.
Like figuring out strategies and techniques.
So is this AI actually conscious of what it's doing?
Well, that's a big question.
It's kind of freaky and amazing at the same time.
But what we do know is that it's constantly evolving and getting better.
Okay, so not just a static set of rules.
Right. It's dynamic, always learning.
Mind-blowing.
Right.
So how does it do all this so efficiently? What's the magic trick?
Well, on top of that MOE architecture we talked about, right?
Yeah, the brain expert thing.
Exactly. It uses specific RL techniques,
Like what?
like group relative policy optimization, or GRPO.
GRPO, okay.
It helps make the learning process super efficient,
So DeepSeek learns faster.
which means faster development of new AI features.
Yeah.
Things that could benefit you.
Faster AI features. That's something to think about.
It is.
But let's shift gears a bit.
Sure.
We've talked a lot about how DeepSeek learns and works, but how does it actually perform in the real world?
That's where things get really exciting.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, DeepSeek has been put through its paces on various benchmarks.
Benchmarks.
Yeah, like an AI Olympics.
Okay, I like it.
And the results are really impressive.
So it's not just a one-trick pony,
No, it's a multi-talented AI.
like a decathlon champion or something.
Exactly. It excels in a bunch of different areas.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Well, first up, math.
Okay.
On the AME 2024 math benchmark, DeepSeek R1 scored a pass at one score of almost 80%.
80%. So I got 80% of the questions right on the first try.
Pretty much. Even beating some big-name models from OpenAI.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay, so DeepSeek can help me with my taxes then.
maybe we'll see about that one.
All right, fair enough. What about coding? That seems like a pretty tough challenge for AI.
You'd be surprised. On Codeforces, this platform for competitive programming, DeepSeek v3 consistently outperformed Claude 3.5 Sonnet.
That's got to be a big deal in the coding world.
It's a big deal. We're talking real-world coding challenges here.
So DeepSeek can code better than some humans.
It seems that way. It's both impressive and a little scary, right?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about more general skills? Can it do more than just math and coding?
Absolutely. On LiveBench, this benchmark that tests a bunch of different skills like reasoning, coding, math, data analysis, you name it.
Okay, so a real all-rounder.
DeepSeek scored an average of 60.4%.
Okay, that's pretty amazing for an open source model.
It really is. Shows how capable it is.
It does. So it sounds like DeepSeek is more than just a collection of impressive scores.
It really is. You know, we touched on some of those emergent behaviors earlier.
Oh, yeah, the thing about it checking its own work.
Right, that's self-verification and
It
reflection.
just sounds so human-like.
It's incredible, isn't it? It's like it's actually thinking things through and double-checking its own logic.
Wow. It's fascinating, but also a little unsettling.
I know, right?
Like it's developing a sense of awareness.
Makes you wonder what's next for AI.
It really does. Well, on that note, let's take a quick pause.
Sound good.
When we come back, we'll dive even deeper into DeepSeek's unique features.
Looking forward to it.
Stay tuned.
And we're back. Before the break, we were talking about DeepSeek's almost human-like abilities.
Oh, yeah, that self-verification thing.
Yeah, like it can double-check its own work. It's mind-blowing how this AI keeps pushing the limits.
It really is. And one of the things that makes it even more amazing is how it uses knowledge distillation.
Knowledge distillation. Okay, now you've got me curious.
So imagine a master craftsman passing on their skills to an apprentice.
Okay, I'm picturing it.
That's kind of what's happening here.
Interesting. So how does that work with AI?
Well, you have the larger, more complex DeepSeek model we've been talking about, DeepSeek R1,
Right.
acting as the teacher.
Or the expert with all the knowledge.
Exactly. And then you have these smaller models like those in the Quinn series. Okay.
Acting as the students.
Got it.
And by training these smaller models on data from DeepSeek R1,
Okay.
they can actually inherit some of its reasoning abilities.
Whoa. So it's like cloning DeepSeek's brain into smaller AIs.
That's a great way to put it. And it's
Yeah.
awesome for accessibility, right?
Absolutely. You don't need a supercomputer to run these smaller models.
Exactly. It's a shortcut to getting that high performance without having to train a huge model from scratch.
So efficient. Have they actually tried this?
Oh, yeah, and the results are amazing. Research has shown that this distillation process is super effective.
Really?
Sometimes even more so than just applying RL to the smaller models directly.
Wow, so we're getting closer to running powerful AI on everyday devices.
That's the goal.
That's exciting. Okay, so you mentioned earlier that DeepSeek has these specialized models for certain tasks. Can you
Okay.
tell me more about those?
Absolutely. So DeepSeek can do way more than just general language understanding.
Okay.
Researchers have developed specialized models like DeepSeek Coder and DeepSeek Math.
DeepSeek Coder, DeepSeek Math.
Yeah.
I like it. It's like having different tools in your AI toolbox.
Exactly. The right tool for the right job.
So what kind of tools are we talking about here? Give me some examples.
Well, DeepSeek Coder is all about generating code.
Okay, makes sense.
It's trained on a massive amount of code and natural language data.
So like it can actually write code on its own?
Well, it can do things like code completion error detection and even generate whole code modules.
Wow. So you could build a website with it even if you don't know how to code.
It's like having a personal coding tutor right in your computer.
That's awesome. Okay, what about DeepSeek Math? What kind of math magic can it do?
Well, DeepSeek Math is all about mathematical reasoning.
Okay.
It's been trained on a ton of math problems, equations, theorems, you name it.
So it can solve like really complex math problems.
Oh yeah, even at the level of advanced math competitions.
Wow, impressive. So DeepSeek is pretty much taking on STEM.
It really is.
From coding to advanced math, it's amazing how far AI has come.
It's incredible, isn't it? It really is. But this all raises a big question for me.
Okay, what's that?
We've covered a lot of ground. DeepSeek's architecture, the training process, its performance, all these amazing features.
It's a lot to take in.
It is. But where does this all lead? What's next for DeepSeek? And how could it impact the world?
That's the million-dollar question.
Right.
It's tough to predict the future, but
But we can speculate a little.
exactly. And there are some really exciting possibilities on the horizon.
Like what? What's next for DeepSeek?
Well, one area of research is scalability.
Scalability.
Remember how we talked about DeepSeek V2 with its 236 billion
Yeah,
parameters?
236 billion, I think I remember.
Well, researchers are already working on even larger models with trillions of parameters.
Trillions. Okay, now you're definitely just using big numbers.
But it's true, trillions. Imagine what those models could do.
It's hard to even fathom what would a model that massive be capable of.
It's hard to say for sure,
But
but
it's got to be something amazing.
yes, it is.
Right. They could potentially unlock new capabilities that we can only dream of today.
So the future of AI is just bigger and bigger models.
Well, size isn't everything, of course.
Right.
Another key focus is refining DeepSeek's reasoning abilities.
Okay, so making it think even more like a human.
Exactly. Researchers are exploring all sorts of new RL techniques and reward systems, even incorporating human feedback into the training process.
Wow. So teaching it to understand nuance, context,
Yeah,
learn from our own experiences.
exactly. The goal is to develop AI that can truly collaborate with us, augment our own abilities, and help us solve these really complex problems.
That's a really cool vision of the future humans and AI working together as partners.
It is.
But it's also a little bit scary.
How so?
Well, if we create AI that can reason, learn, even think for itself, what does that mean for humanity?
That's a big question.
Right.
It's something philosophers and scientists have been thinking about for decades.
And there are no easy answers.
Not really, but one thing's for sure, we need to approach AI development responsibly,
Responsibly, okay.
with a sense of ethics and a commitment to transparency.
Makes sense.
We have to make sure these powerful tools are used for good, to benefit society, and to advance our knowledge and understanding.
I think that's a really important point. It's not just about the cool tech, it's about the impact it has on everyone.
Absolutely. It's about using AI to make the world a better place.
Well said. Okay, so on that note, let's take another quick pause.
Sure.
When we come back, we'll look at some specific ways DeepSeek is being used today,
Sounds good.
and we'll explore how this tech could impact different industries and our everyday lives.
Can't wait.
Stay with us.
All right, we're back and ready to talk about how DeepSeek is actually being used in the real world.
Yeah, let's bring it all down to earth a bit.
Exactly. So where are we seeing DeepSeek make an impact today?
Well, one area where it's already making waves is in research.
Research, right?
Yeah, its open source nature makes it a really valuable tool for scientists and academics.
Makes sense. So it's like giving researchers a new super-powered microscope to explore the world with. That's a great way to put it. They can analyze these massive data sets with DeepSeek,
Right.
uncover hidden patterns, generate new hypotheses, things that they might have missed before.
Wow, so it could really accelerate scientific discovery.
Exactly. Think
Yeah.
about the possibilities in fields like medicine, material science, climate modeling.
Pretty amazing to think about.
It really is. And because it's open source, everybody benefits.
Right, everyone can collaborate and share their findings.
Exactly. It fosters this open and transparent approach to science, which is really exciting.
A global community of researchers all working together, powered by AI.
That's the dream.
It's a beautiful dream. Okay, so what about beyond the world of research? How is DeepSeek being used in industries or everyday applications?
Well, we touched on its potential for software development earlier with DeepSeek Coder.
Right, the coding tutor AI.
Exactly. And that could really revolutionize how we build software.
Yeah.
Help programmers write better code faster with fewer errors.
So anyone could build a website or an app even if they don't know how to code?
That's the idea, making tech creation more accessible to everyone.
I love it. But I'm sure DeepSeek's talents go beyond just coding, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Its natural language processing abilities make it perfect for things like chatbots, virtual assistants, even personalized education.
Ooh, personalized education. Tell me more.
Imagine an AI tutor that can adapt to your learning style and pace.
Oh, that would have been a game changer for me back in school.
It would have been amazing, right?
Seriously. Okay, so we've talked about science, we've talked about tech. What about the creative side of things?
Oh, you mean like AI-generated art, music, even writing?
Exactly. Could DeepSeek play a role there?
Well, it's not specifically designed for those tasks,
Right.
but its ability to process language and understand context makes it a really interesting tool for creative exploration.
Okay, I see what you mean.
You could use it to brainstorm ideas, generate storylines, even compose music,
So the possibilities are pretty much endless.
pretty much.
It's incredible to think about the impact this one AI model is having.
It's really just the beginning.
Yeah, it feels like we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Exactly. As DeepSeek keeps evolving and researchers find new ways to use it, who knows what we'll be able to achieve.
That's what's so exciting about this field. It's constantly changing and evolving.
We're at the dawn of a new era of AI, and DeepSeek is leading the way.
And the fact that it's open source and accessible to everyone makes it even more impactful.
Absolutely. It's about democratizing access to these powerful tools.
So the future of AI isn't something that just happens to us.
Right.
It's something we create together.
Exactly. And with tools like DeepSeek at our disposal, the possibilities are limitless.
Well said. It's been an incredible journey exploring the world of DeepSeek.
It has.
And we want to thank all of you for listening and for sending in your amazing questions and insights.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
We encourage you to keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI.
Who knows what we'll discover next?
That's the beauty of it. Until next time, keep diving deep.